Hello guys, and welcome back to another interesting video. And a technician brought this phone to me. This is Infinix Hot 12i, and the technician complained to me that the phone is overheating up. All right, when I say overheating up, it's eating up to the extent that the casing, the screen, is everything is eating up. So he told me that a client brought it to him, and the technician told me that when he opened the phone, he has seen that another technician has already tried to repair the problem. They've removed the shield and all that, but the technician failed. So he thought as much to bring the phone right to me so that I can help him out. Okay, here is where I'm testing the screen. I need to know if it's functioning well and all that. All right. So, and I discovered that the power IC is so much eating up. Okay, the power IC is eating up. Now let's troubleshoot step by step how we can be able to solve this problem. All right, I'm going to walk you through how I did my troubleshooting step by step. Okay, so make sure you watch the whole video. If you're interested in our online training, all right, that's where we teach technicians how to be more professional in troubleshooting and repairing of mobile devices. So join our online training and you won't regret it. Okay, it's very affordable and you will love it. Okay, now the first thing for me is to flux the power IC so that I can show you guys that is really eating up. The power IC is so eating up, and this how you can also check a component that is eating up on the mobile PCB as a technician. So I've connected my battery. I'm going to power on the phone. So it eats up only when you power on the phone. When you connect the battery, it does not eat up. Okay, so now I'm going to trigger the power key. After triggering the power key, we are going to pay close attention at where I have fluxed, that power IC. Now let's take a look. Pay close attention. You see that? You see that eating? You see the heat is very, 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 very high. That's a very high temperature right there. And I've tried to feel with my fingers, and it burns me so hard. So it means the heat is a lot. Now we are going to use our multimeter to take readings around the power IC to look for any component that might be shorting this power IC. That is the first thing you should do as a technician. All right, if you want to know more of these things better, please join our online training, and that's where we communicate all this properly. All right, as you can see, I'm fast forwarding the video right here. So I have tested all the components and none of the components were shorting. Okay, so the next step for me, because I could not get any component shorting around the power IC, all right, the next step for me is to remove the power IC. Okay, I'm going to remove the power IC and I'm going to replace it. But before I replace it, I'm going to remove this one right here and look for another power IC that is compatible with that. Look at that configuration right there, MT6357MRV. that is the IC. Now this is the IC I'm going to put, MT6357V. okay, you see there's difference, right? So let's begin. If you want to learn how to reball, if you're a kind of person that when you are reballing, your hand is not steady, you are struggling a lot with reballing, join our online training and we're going to teach you how to get a perfect balls. Okay, some people when they reball, they don't get perfect balls. Some balls will be small, some balls will be big, and some people when they are using the stencil, they don't know how to handle it properly. The solder can even stick on the stencil. So join our online training, you're going to know all these things. Even in our physical training, we teach students how to do reballing and most of all the things, and we'll be able to guide you appropriately. So come to our online training or our physical training. Both are very, very effective for you. All right, so DM us on the numbers on the screen if you're interested. Okay, if you want to take your repair level, your repair skill to another level, that's what I meant to say. Now let's go ahead and do the reballing right away. Okay, pay close attention, although the video is very fast, but you can still learn one or two things. This is me reballing the new IC I'm about to install on the PCB. Okay, let's go. If you're interested in online training, don't forget to DM us on the numbers on the screen. And the numbers on the screen is not for you to be asking questions, sending me pictures of phones. If you do that, I'm going to block you and you never have access to me. These numbers on the screen is mainly for inquiries on our trainings, be it physical training or the online training. So thank you so much. Now, can reballing really solve this issue that we are having right here? Let's go and see. Let's see if reballing the power IC, replacing the power IC as well, would solve this problem. All right, and if it solves it, that means we are good to go. If it does not solve it, that means troubleshooting continues. Some technicians, this is where they will give up. Okay, but let's go ahead. Don't let me let the cat out of the bag. Let's go ahead with our troubleshooting. All right, you can see that this is the previous IC I removed from this PCB. Okay, now let's go right into testing the phone. Okay, let's test the phone. If the phone is still going to eat up or if it's not going to eat up, let's go. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos, very interesting videos as this. Okay, this troubleshooting took me more than 1 hour. Okay, so if you're watching, you see I'm trying to fast forward some places. Okay, and I can feel the power IC and it's still eating up. I can feel it with my finger. It's really burning, so hot. All right, now many technicians, this is where they're going to give up and say, okay, because the IC is eating up now, I've done my best. I tried, even when the IC is so scarce to find, I can still get the IC, and after they put the IC, is still doing the same, they will give up. So as a technician, don't give up, and that's one of the things I'm going to teach you in our online training, not to give up, and we are going to empower you with more knowledge. So the next thing for me is to remove all the shields on this PCB. I need to remove all the shields because this phone must work. This phone must work. Now, removing all the shields, I need to take readings of all the components on the PCB to look for short, because it is only short that can make the power IC, after replacing it, can make it short again. So let's take readings on the components under the shield which we have removed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icon for future updates. Join our online training. You are going to enjoy it, trust me. All right, now taking readings, and around here towards the Wi-Fi IC, my multimeter picked up a signal right here, and I want you to check the signal right here. Pay close attention. There's a capacitor right beside this Wi-Fi IC and it's reading short to the ground. You see, on both sides. Could it be this capacitor? Could it be capacitor, or something is also shorting the capacitor? Short circuit can sound easy to troubleshoot, but sometimes it can be cumbersome. All right, now I've fluxed it again, so let me see if that Wi-Fi IC is going to also eat up. And the only thing that eats up is still the power IC. Come on, what is going on? But we can't give up now. All right, we need to continue troubleshooting. Now, because that capacitor was shorting, let's remove the capacitor first. The capacitor might be the one, shorting the power IC. Okay, let's take readings. And I took reading with my multimeter, and the capacitor is not shorting. Now, taking readings on the pads which I took the capacitors from, is still reading short to ground. The next thing for me is to go into my thermal camera, inject voltage on that shorted pad, and let's see what eats up. And as you can see right there, 72 degrees over there. That means the Wi-Fi IC is really eating up. Pay close attention. As you can see, 77, 78, 80, 81, so much. Now I have removed the Wi-Fi IC. Let's take another reading. This is how to do troubleshooting. step by step. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our online training. Let's take readings on the pad. This is the Wi-Fi IC we've removed. Let's take another reading, and the short is gone. The short is gone, ladies and gentlemen. So let's flux the power IC again, and let's see if it's going to eat up. If it eats up again, we need to continue troubleshooting. Okay, that's how it is. Let's wait a few minutes, and the power IC is no more eating up. Look at that. It's no more melting the rosin. Right, guys? You see, this is very tricky. You know, the Wi-Fi IC was not even eating up at all, but it's the bad guy eating the power IC. Troubleshooting can be so, tricky sometimes, right? But thank God for the success. We are good to go right now, and the phone is working properly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, support us by liking, subscribing, and also join our online training. See you in my next video. Peace.